Hello and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder, and today I want to get back into doing some Pokemon spotlights, and the first one that I want to kind of dive into is Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise is one of the 3 new UX or Mega Pokemon that were available in this newest banner. If we look at Mega Blastoise abilities, first of all, it's a full water type. The abilities are Intense Shell Cannon, and the ability says, this Pokemon deals plus 10 damage for each water-type Pokemon on the field. Your water-type Pokemon each deal plus 20 damage. Not bad. If we look at the wheel, it's very similar to regular Blastoise, EX Blastoise if you will. It comes with base 12 Miss, a 100 Hydro Pump that's basically half of the wheel, and 36 wheel slice of blue Turtle Missile. What Turtle Missile is, spin one of your opponent's Pokemon on the field. If they spin a wide attack, they're knocked out. If this Pokemon has evolved, this effect repeats for each time this Pokemon has evolved. So say you were to just run Blastoise and Mega Blastoise. You use your plate, you trigger the Mega Blastoise. When you land blue, you're going to get 2 rolls to knock out an opponent Pokemon, and it can be 2 different Pokemon. You can keep trying the same Pokemon, it doesn't matter. But you're going to get 2 tries for them to spin their wheel. If they land any white, they're knocked out. Now, if you'll remember, Draco Meteor is if they roll a white 70 or above, or a miss, I believe, they get knocked out. Now, if you were to go from Wartortle up to Blastoise and then trigger the evolution, you're going to get 3 spins, and if you are able to pull off the miraculous feat of going from Squirtle all the way to Mega Blastoise, you will get to re-roll your opponents 4 times. If it is a 4-on-4 situation, you could, with luck, wipe out your opponent completely. What I've done is I've added in one of the other new characters, the Malamar, but I've put together kind of a water hybrid type deck where I feel like it's got 2 weaker Pokemons in the Seismitoad and the Malamar, but Seismitoad is going to poison the opponents. That's going to make them a little bit weaker, so maybe that'll help Malamar and Seismitoad be competitive. Let's jump right into a league game, and you never quite know what you're going to get on league games, quite honestly. You do need the Mega Blastoise plate. I hope I remembered to pack it. I should be running 2 Double Chance, X Speed, Mega Blastoise, Gold Block should be my total plates. I think that's 8 slots. We'll double check on that. Going up against Riddick, Typhlosion, Raikou, Lugia, Latios, Rayquaza, which is fine. I'm not running any energy plates. And he's going to go defensive. I'm just going to throw out Magikarp here. So let's double checking my plates. X speed, double chance, oh, X attack, Cold Block, and then the Mega Blastoise wheel. For me, I want to put Seismitoad out on the front line. It's not a really strong Pokemon. So what I want to do is, I'm going to put Zapdos back on defense. What I want to do is weaken my opponent right off the bat. Should probably look at my opponent's plates again real quick. Double chance, 2x attack, switch, flame power, and hurdle jump. Okay. I really don't have a whole lot of fear with Malamar up against Rayquaza. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to back that up with Blastoise. Should Malmar get knocked out, then I've got Blastoise that I can trigger the quick evolution. We will go into Malmar at a later day, but that was a very clutch hypnosis. Does he have, he's got a switch. So he may just swap that out with Typhlosion or not. This is quickly becoming a video for Malmar, as Malmar sleepwalks his way towards the opponent's goal. Alright, so now, here's what I want to do. This is risky, I'm not going to lie. There are better plays that I could be making right here. But, because this is a video about Mega Blastoise, I've used the plate to trigger the evolution. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, hit Rayquaza. Hopefully, we're going to land blue, which we do. And the first thing I'm going to do is I want to eliminate Latios from the duel. He is now gone. Perfect. And then I believe my next best target is going to be Moltres. And that was unfortunate. Now my opponent has a decision to make. My guess is the best play for him would probably be to move Moltres over, which is what he does, okay. If he gets put to sleep, it's game over. Oh, and I'm gonna miss. So the magical run ends right there, but wait. Oh, okay. So here's what we can do. We can double chance. Does he have gold block? I'm terrible at remembering things. He does not. You know, this is a video about Mega Blastoise. This is not, I do not recommend making this play. There are a lot of other plays I could have made here, but I would like to show the phenomenal cosmic power. No, you've got to go. Wow. In one spin of Moltres from Blastoise, he did not roll white. In a double chance, he did not roll white. And then in two more spins from Mega Blastoise, he still did not roll white. So at this point, I'm just banging my head against the wall to get him to roll white, which he does. And now I believe it's a toss-up between Typhlosion and Raikou, because I don't know Typhlosion's wheel really well. I choose to target him because I know Raikou has a lot, but he also has like 50% not white, which is the reason why I went that direction. And that's fine. Kind of expected him to get knocked out there anyways. And I'm going to go ahead and let Mega Blastoise expire here. I could have attacked and just tried to get the knockout, but I don't really see a huge upside reward to attacking there. Whereas I feel like the better play was to push forward. If I attack here, I risk him getting a fly, putting me in a bad situation. Where now he's going to just use Soar or not. So that's going to be a good game. My opponent really should have soared over with Moltres there. But there you go. So it's a quick game, but I think this was a really nice game to showcase how Mega Blastoise works. And remember, he's at level 1. There's a huge opportunity. Remember, he was doing plus 10 damage on top of 140 for every one of my water Pokemon that were on the field, and I had a Magikarp, I had Seismitoad, I had Greninja. They were all on the field at the same time, which was just adding to his ability. Rayquaza was a bad match for him. If I roll the blue, which I did, blue takes precedent, and you saw how I, without even really initiating a whole lot of battles, I was able to wipe out two or three of his Pokemon, but that really opened up the door for me to getting easy access to his goal. The blue alone is the reason why I think Mega Blastoise is going to be the best of the Megas that we currently have. Yes, it's situational, but blue always wins. And yes, you have to run Blastoise. And some people think that that is a liability. And yeah, if you want to play the game of what loses is Zapdos, what loses is Mew, okay, cool. There's a boatload of Pokemon in the game that lose to Zapdos and Mew. Cobalion is way more prevalent now. You could, if you're worried about your Blastoise getting beat by a Gold attack, you could run Cobalion and stick them together. That's a possibility. Like, there are a ton of ways, and if you're always going to play the game of, yeah, but he's weak to so-and-so, then you're never going to put a deck together and play a game, because the essence of this game is rock, paper, scissors, where rock may beat the scissors, but the scissors beat the paper and the paper beats the rock, so it all comes full circle. And if you, like, you can do your best to find Pokemon that don't have as many hard counters, like Sceptile. But how many Sceptiles are there in the game? Not a lot. And Sceptile has a weakness to 100 hitters because Sceptile is only going to top 100 25% of the time. So there you go. You pick and choose what you're willing, what your tolerance of risk is when putting together a deck. And then it becomes more about your plate usage, the plates you run, the matchups you set. And those really are key early game. I know once you get to kind of 4-on-4, it's every man for himself. And you are going to want Pokemon that are going to be able to survive in a wide array of scenarios. But with Mega Blastoise, I was never put in a situation where I had to really concentrate and pick and choose late game battles and matchups, because Mega Blastoise was able to remove some of my opponent's Pokemon early, creating lanes that in turn meant that I didn't have to choose matchups. If all that makes sense. I hope that does. It makes sense in my head. I feel like I worded it not the best way possible. But there you go. I will continue to, we are in day 2 of the Ghost Gym Cup. As you can see, it scrolls by every now and then. I was doing extremely well. I haven't played much today. I did finish off the rest of it, got my EX Cube. I've not spent it. I think there are a lot of candidates and I just don't know where to put it just yet. But I will continue doing gym matches. I'm not going to gym up to continue them. So with all that being said, that is going to wrap up this installment. Keep bringing, if you head over to my Discord, keep bringing the ideas. I do read every single idea that comes on there, and a lot of people are saying battle other YouTubers, and I have battled other YouTubers, and I will battle other YouTubers again. when I typically try to battle YouTubers is when there's kind of some downtime between releases, gyms, buffs, changes to the game, things of that nature. And honestly, I really feel like there's plenty of content to be made at the moment. Myself, along with Tier Rip and some of the other, like Drake and Listener on the In Guild, we are asking for your input on rating the Pokemon. We're putting together a tier list. And again, this goes back to the rock, paper, scissors thing. But at the same time, there are some Pokemon in this game that can single-handedly win games for you. They are clearly better than the rest. And then there are some that are complete garbage, that if you had to do a pick between these Pokemon and that was one of the Pokemon in there, you're still not using it. If you had to choose between 7 Pokemon and that was one of the 7 in there, you're still not going to use that Pokemon. They're just that much garbage. We're rating them all. Head over to my Discord. Put ideas down for videos that you'd like to see done, concept decks you'd like to see done, and head over and see if you want to participate in the massive tier rating of the Pokemon. Come over to Discord, tag myself, tag Tier Rip. It's TEARRIP, I believe. I believe that's right. But head over there. This is a community that I am trying to grow into a bigger community. If there's 30 million downloads, and yeah, I will say that probably, 29.5 million of those are rerolls of people trying to get alternate accounts. But that still means there's 500,000 players of the game. Let's grow this community. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it non-toxic. You can have different decks and you can run whatever, unless, and there is a caveat to this. And my point is if you're running whatever deck you want, run whatever deck you want. If you're good with it, run it. If you put in resources, run it. There's a lot of good decks out there now. The one caveat to that is if you're running that junk of Cobalion with 2 Deoxys defense, and I'm not going to give away the rest of it because if you're not running it and don't know what I'm talking about, I don't want to put the idea in your head. But then there's a special place in Duel like jail for you, because that deck is just awful. I can't imagine it's any fun playing, but to each their own. Luckily, there are a few counters to it. That's going to do it. I know I said that before, but that is really going to do it this time. So until next time.